Today, I'm adding a random legend player to every single NBA team. So y'all see we got this NBA wheel right here. So I'm gonna be spinning this wheel for every NBA team, and whatever it lands on is the player we're gonna be adding to the team. Let me know in the comments down below who your favorite NBA team is, and who do you want your team to get. Okay, so let's start out with the first team is gonna be the Philadelphia 76ers. So let's spin this wheel to see who Philly's gonna get. Let's see, Philly, who are we gonna have? Philadelphia 76ers are going to land Bob. Oh, Allen Iverson. Oh, never mind. I thought it was gonna land on Bob Cousy, but the Sixers gonna get AI. It's fitting that we add AI to the 76ers. So now we have Allen Iverson, Joel Embiid, Paul George, Tyrese Maxey. Watch out for Philly. On to the Milwaukee Bucks. Let's see who we're gonna be pairing with Giannis and Damian Lillard here. And we're gonna be landing on Chris Webber. Okay, interesting. Sacramento all-time team. Chris Webber is a 93 overall. I'm gonna make Giannis a small forward so that him and C-Web can play together on the court. Okay, on to the Chicago Bulls. They need help desperately. Who are they going to be getting? They need Jordan if they want to have any chance. And instead of Jordan, they're going to be getting a former Chicago Bull and Artis Gilmore. I'm going to change Vooch's position to a power forward. They're going to have Vooch playing the 4. On to the Cleveland Cavaliers. They could only get better, honestly, adding a legend. They might just become overpowered. And they're going to be adding Joe Dumars to the team. Okay, so Joe Dumars is a 93 overall shooting guard. We're going to assign him to the Cleveland Cavaliers. He might honestly come off the bench. Okay, we're going to spin for the Boston Celtics here. Whoever they get, just going to make them even more overpowered. And it's going to land on, oh my God, it almost landed on Shaq, but they're going to be getting Sidney Moncrief. I'm going to help the Celtics out even more. I'm going to make Derek White a point guard. So now they got Derek White and Sidney Moncrief. That's the best defensive backcourt I've ever seen in my life. On to the LA Clippers to go with James Harden and Kawhi Leonard. Who are we going to get? And the wheel is going to give us CP3. Again, another former Clipper going back to the old team. And 2K's new update just came out. So Harden's up to a 90, Kawhi's an 89, Zubac is an 88, and Norman Powell is an 87. They almost have 4 90s. All right, so Harden's going to go back to a shooting guard. Him and Chris Paul are going to be in the backcourt like old times. All right, spin for the Memphis Grizzlies. Let's see who Memphis is going to be adding to Ja and Jaren Jackson. They're going to be getting, who is that? Who is that? Sam Jones, OG Celtic Sam Jones. Okay, I just did a quick check. Sam Jones is not in the game. All right, Memphis is going to get a new player. Let's see who we're going to be adding in spin number 2. And it looks like they're going to be getting Bob Pettit. That's actually kind of nasty, as Bob Pettit's going to be a 95 overall in this game. We're going to move Bob Pettit to the center position, so him and Jaren Jackson are going to be a force to deal with. I got the March Madness on my laptop to the side while I'm recording this, so let me know in the comments down below who your March Madness team is. Who do you want to win the tournament? Me personally, I got Tennessee. All right, next spin for the Atlanta Hawks. Let's see who the Hawks are going to be getting, and they are going to be landing. Does that say Magic? Does that say Magic and Trae Young? All right, the Miami Heat are on a 9-game losing streak, so who's going to come and save the Miami Heat? And it looks like it's going to be Sidney Moncrief again. We got a respin. We already got a Sidney Moncrief, man, so come on. The Heat needs some help. And it looks like they're going to be getting Pistol Pete Maravich, bro. So I'm a Miami fan myself, so Tyler and Pistol Pete in the backcourt, that's kind of deadly. There's a lot of great players of all time who can save the Charlotte Hornets. Can anybody even save them? They're going to be getting prime Kevin Garnett. That's kind of nice. Does anybody really care about the Utah Jazz as they're up next in the spin? I'm sorry if I offended you Jazz fans. Type in the comments down below if you're Jazz fans, but y'all getting big game James Worthy, man. How much will James Worthy change the trajectory of the Jazz season? Can they lead them to a playoff spot? We'll find out. Spin for the Sacramento Kings, newly added Zach LaVine. Who are they going to pair with him? And y'all going to be getting a true point guard who they need. Walt Frazier is going to be coming into the team. Okay, the New York Knicks are up next to pair with Jalen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns, and the overpowered team they already have in 2K. And they're going to be getting David Robinson. Okay, this could actually, they could be finals contenders off rip. Lakers already have 2 Hall of Famers with Luka and LeBron. Can they get a third one? Who's going to be playing with them? Luka, LeBron, and Dominique Wilkins. That's an interesting pairing right there. LeBron's going to have to play power forward, so they got Luka, Dominique, and LeBron. Still no center. Orlando Magic. Who going to save the Magic, man? Can we get them T-Mac maybe? Nah, even better. They're going to be getting Elgin Baylor. Dallas Mavericks have had one of the worst seasons in NBA history for fans, so who are they going to help to save that? And they're going to be getting George Mikan to pair along with Anthony Davis. Holy shit. The Mikan drill. Shout out if y'all know the Mikan drill. The that weak ass drill. There's George Mikan at a 94 overall. That boy looked crazy. Spin for the Brooklyn Nets. Honestly, anybody would help this team, so let's see who they get. And they're going to be getting Celtics center Dave Cowens. Okay, Denver Nuggets on the list. Who are we going to be pairing with Nikola Jokic? We're going to be getting, oh, Chris Bosh. Okay, Chris Bosh and Jokic. Toronto Raptors, Chris Bosh, 90 overall. Not the highest overall, but it is still Chris Bosh nonetheless. Him and Gobert. Him and Jokic going to be a deadly combo. Indiana Jones, Indiana Pacers up next. And they're going to be landing themselves KD, prime Kevin Durant. New Orleans Pelicans have been dealing with injuries all season. They got to pair somebody with Zion, and they're going to be getting Rick Barry from the Golden State Warriors to miss the underhanded free throw. Where'd that boy Rick Barry at a 95 overall? He looks like he does like lines of. Okay, spinning for the Detroit Pistons up next. They just broke my heart. K just hit the game winner over the Heat last night. So who are they going to be getting? And they're going to be getting Tony Parker to play alongside Cade in the backcourt. Okay, only got a few more spins left. The Toronto Raptors are up next, and they're going to be getting themselves a player by the name of Bob Lanier. That boy Bob Lanier at 93 overall. The Houston Rockets up next, the 2 seed. They've been playing really good basketball this season, so let's see who they're going to be adding to the team. And they're going to be adding themselves some Mo Cheeks. Wait, that's actually such an L. He's only an 86 overall. I'm sorry, Houston. Okay, San Antonio Spurs up next. Let's see who we're going to be pairing with Victor Wembanyama. And we're going to be pairing Wilt with Wemby. Oh my God, that's crazy. Remember how I said that the David Robinson, Karl Anthony Towns frontcourt is the best in the league? I'm tripping. Now it's Wilt and Wemby. And oh my God. Okay, spin for the Phoenix Suns. Let's see who we're going to be pairing with KD and Booker and Beal. And they're going to be getting a player by the name of Bill Russell, who's not in 2K, so I have to respin. Unfortunately, Bill Russell passed away. That's why he's not in 2K. They don't have the rights to him anymore. So let's see who the Suns are going to get with this next spin. And it's going to be Paul Arizin. Paul Arizin's at 91 overall. All right, OKC Thunder spin. Whoever they get here is just going to make them, push them over the top for like just a cheesy ass team. And they're going to be getting... Fuck me, bro. You're telling me that the Thunder are going to get Kareem? Yeah, they're not losing, bro. Well, this is fair. Okay, Minnesota Timberwolves spin Anthony Edwards and a legend by the name of Dennis Rodman. Wow, that's actually kind of cool. That's an interesting pairing. Imagine them in the same locker room, Dennis Rodman and Anthony Edwards. That'd be very interesting. All right, Portland's up next, and they're going to be landing on Kareem. Is that Melo or Shaq? That's going to be Carmelo. Okay. He did play there at one point in his career. Okay, spin for the Golden State Warriors. The extremely hot Warriors were 15-2 since Jimmy has got traded there, and they're going to be getting Alex English. That's kind of tough. He was a Nugget, right? I'm pretty sure Alex English was a Nugget. Yeah, here he is. 93 overall, Alex English. In the last spin of the video, the Washington Wizards, who are they going to be getting? They got to get Jordan or LeBron to help them win like more than 10 games against these studs, and they're going to be getting Paul Pierce. Okay, so we got all the players, all the NBA legends here in the game. Okay, type in the comments down below what team you think is the best in the league and who's going to win the NBA Finals this year. And also let me know if you're satisfied with the player you got. All right, we're approaching All-Star break here. We're going to see who the All-Stars were. Should it be all legends, or is it going to be some current day players too? It pretty much looks like it's all NBA legends that we added, besides Jalen Brunson here, who's averaging 31 points per game with David Robinson on the team. Yeah, I mean, it's all legends. This is Kevin Durant. Yeah, this is the legend Kevin Durant. So besides Giannis and Brunson, no current players made it. Taking a look at the West, obviously still going to have Jokic and LeBron James is there, and SGA and Luka. But besides that, everybody is a legend. We also do have Curry down there as well. And a quick glance at stats. Whoa. I was not expecting this. The Brooklyn Nets adding Dave Cowens are the 1 seed, 56 or 40 and 15. He's averaging 25 and 12. Nets fans, low key, I thought y'all were done, bro. But Cam Thomas is averaging 23. Cam Johnson, not really doing much. D'Lo's hooping 40 and 15. I'm surprised. The Celtics are 27 and 25 with adding Sidney Moncrief, and he's averaging 20 and 6. They're not hooping. That's interesting. They're a losing record. Unfortunately, Houston's the worst team in the league with Mo Cheeks. He's actually not even having, yeah, he's actually shooting the ball really bad. Yeah, that's tough. But the number 1 seed is the Dallas Mavericks, as they did add George Mikan to the roster. He's averaging 23 and 9. Him and AD are a force. Chicago's up there in the top 3 seed as well as the 3 seed. They added Artis Gilmore, and he's 21 and 11. All right, so let's go to the end of the year. We'll get into this first year with the playoff bracket and see what happens. I've been watching this through Miami's perspective, and they're also horrible. I'm just now realizing. Okay, so Shea still pulls out MVP, which is that's just crazy. 35, 4 and 9, 2.5 steals for Shea. Khalil Ware wins Rookie of the Year, which is interesting. Haven't really seen this much. He's an 83 overall. Wow. Trae Young wins 6th Man of the Year, so they had Trae coming off the bench. Wemby still wins Deep Boy. Amen Thompson still wins Most Improved. Walt Frazier of the Sacramento Kings wins Clutch Player. He averages 25 and 9. And Jason Kidd of the Mavs wins Coach of the Year. All-NBA first team, we do see Elgin Baylor making it right here. 29 and 10 for Elgin Baylor. Nasty shit for Elgin Baylor. Also see Bob Pettit making it for the Memphis Grizzlies. He had 24 and 12. James Worthy makes an All-NBA second team, 26, 9 and 6. There's KG, 25 and 10. And then Magic from the Hawks, who averaged 25, 7 and 9. All-NBA third team has Rick Barry here, 26, 8 and 7. Kareem, obviously, in the OKC Thunders, 28 and 11. And then Wilt going crazy. Pistol Pete for the Heat, and Chris Webber for the Bucks. All defensive first teams, you see David Robinson made it, Collins, Giannis, Wilt, and Wemby. And then second team is Artis Gilmore, KG, Mobley, Embiid, and Kareem. Brooklyn still finished with the best record in the East, 56-26 for Brooklyn. The Bucks missed the playoffs along with Philly and Miami. Over in the Western Conference, it was led by Dallas and the San Antonio Spurs. And then Memphis missed, who they had Bob Pettit. Portland missed. Okay, so the last game to get into the play-in on the Eastern Conference side is Cavs versus Magic. And then over on the Western Conference sides, it's Clippers versus Lakers. Lakers pull out that one against the Kings, so the Kings are going to be coming up short with Walt Frazier. And then over in the Eastern Conference side, the Magic take care of the Cleveland Cavaliers, which is kind of crazy. Elgin Baylor with a big-time game. And this Cavs team falls short. Wow. All right, this is our playoff bracket for year number 1. I'm going to hop into Game 7s if there are any. Besides that, we're just going to sim through. OKC is the first team to advance. They sweep the Phoenix Suns, who had Paul Arizin, who gave them 24-6-4. Unfortunately, it was not enough, as this OKC team is crazy with Shea and Kareem. And the Knicks sweep Boston down here. So Boston makes the play-in. They get into the playoffs. They lose with Sidney Moncrief. And this team with David Robinson and Towns is just ridiculous. Dallas beats the Lakers in 5 games. George Mikan dropped 50 in a closeout. Dominique was all right. He was pretty bad in the playoffs. Shot 17% from 3. Atlanta is the next team to advance. They beat Chicago, who was this team with Artis Gilmore, and this Magic Johnson and Trae Young off the bench team advances to play the Knicks in round 2. We do have some Game 7s here. Indiana versus Toronto, Game 7. Minnesota Golden State Game 7. Okay, so we got this Pacers versus Raptors Game 7 here. Who comes out on top? Right now it's a close game in the 3rd quarter. Getting into the 4th quarter, still a close game. We got a 2-point game with 40 seconds left. We're jumping into this one. Toronto's down 2 with 37 seconds. RJ Barrett to the cup. He's gonna lay it up and he's gonna lay it in. All right, down to Kevin Durant on the block. He's gonna hit a post hook on Boucher and that's gonna miss. RJ Barrett with a chance to win the game with 18 seconds left. RJ Barrett, 12 seconds to go. 9 seconds. RJ Barrett hitting his go-to shot. He's hitting his go-to shot against Nembhard. He cancels it. He's taking it. Pull up midi for the game. He bricks it. Oh, he had a layup. This dude, RJ Barrett, sold. Pacers with a chance to win it with 1.8 left. It's got to go to KD. It's got to go to KD. It's not going to KD. It's going to Nembhard from half. Oh. Okay, let's simcast the rest of this. If it's close in OT, we'll hop back into it. Indiana now down 1 with 47 to go in OT. Nembhard over to Siakam. Siakam to KD. KD working on Brandon Ingram. He's got the pull-up midi, and that is going to brick off the side of the rim. Toronto with a chance to push this lead. They could maybe go up 2 scores if they hit a 3. Brandon Ingram on Siakam. This step back. We got to find the ball. He got the midi, and he's going to miss that. KD with the screen. KD with the pull-up for the 3, and that's going to miss it. Now they got a foul. Pacers down 2. Chance to tie or win the game. Kevin Durant with the ball. He blows by. Pull-up 3 on Ingram. And he's going to hit the pull-up 3. Oh my God, KD, that was filthy. Bro, look at this pull-up from KD. He just gets it, stops, and just pulls up. Was this foot on the line? Ooh, that's close. KD just pulls up. Pull-up 3, and he cashes out. Who is the ball going to go to here? Is it going to go to Grady Dick? It goes to quickly in the corner, quickly attacking Nembhard, quickly throws up a fader for the game, and he misses. There goes the Toronto Raptors. The Indiana Pacers advance. Okay, we also saw Brooklyn here advance, and we also saw the Clippers take out the 2-seeded. Wow, the Clippers took out the 2-seeded Spurs with Wilt and Wemby. And this Clippers team with Chris Paul is kind of going crazy. This is Alex English and then Dennis Rodman. So we'll simcast this one up. Warriors back and forth game. Warriors kind of teetering to take the lead. Looks like it's a very close game in the 4th quarter. Minnesota pulling away with 3:40 left, and Minnesota pulls away in the 4th quarter. And they are going to be taking the Game 7. Anthony Edwards and Naz Reid lead the way. Not even a great game by Rodman, but I mean, 6 points, 17 rebounds. That's just what he do. We didn't even see his stats on this season. He had 8 points and 14 rebounds. Okay, so we have our round 2 matchups. Same rules apply. If it's a close Game 7, I will hop into it. Knicks are up 3-0 on the Atlanta Hawks. 2 4-1 victories. Minnesota beats Dallas, and OKC takes care of Minnesota. Knicks win in 5. We have a 2-2 series up here, 3-2 series, and the Pacers are going to be going to the conference finals. So these are our conference finals matchups. Knicks up 3-0 on the Pacers, who have KD. 2-1 series over here. 2-2 series, the Knicks sweep. The Knicks have only lost 1 game so far, which is crazy. 3-2 series here. We will actually simcast the 3-2 series here. If it is a close game, I'll hop into it. In the 4th quarter, not so close. Yeah, Minnesota forces the game 7 anyway, so we are going to be simcasting this one. OKC versus Minnesota, Dennis Rodman versus Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who will come out on top. Back and forth game, the Thunder take the lead in the 3rd quarter. Timberwolves do bring it back though, and the Timberwolves take over in the 4th quarter. 4-point game, 7-point game. It's not enough for me to jump into it, and the Minnesota Timberwolves are going to the NBA Finals, led by Anthony Edwards. David Robinson wins it on the other side. Knicks versus T-Wolves in the NBA Finals. David Robinson versus Dennis Rodman. We'll simcast each game here in the NBA Finals, and who will be coming out on top? The Knicks destroy them in game 1, led by Jalen Brunson, who dropped 40. Game 2 simcast. Hopefully Minnesota can make this a competitive series, or New York just might run away with it. It's not a close game. The Knicks win game 2. Brunson, Towns, Bridges, and David Robinson with great games. Can the Timberwolves win 1 game in this series? It looks like they might be able to grab this one, and they do. Yeah, they pull out game 3. Okay. Big game from Julius Randle, drops 32. Rodman has been kind of underwhelming in this NBA Finals. Okay, game number 4. Can Minnesota tie it up 2-2, or will the Knicks go up 3-1? Looks like the Timberwolves are going to tie it up at 2s, unless the Knicks can come back. No, they cannot. 2-2 series here. Okay, we got ourselves a series. Okay, game 5. The Timberwolves are destroying the Knicks. Are they about to make a 2-0 comeback in this series as they destroy them? Oh my God, big game from Anthony Edwards. And Julius Randle has been having a really good playoffs. Low key, I did not think the T-Wolves were going to pull this off. They were just down 2-0 in the series, but can they win in 6 games? And oh my God, it looks like the T-Wolves are going to be pulling it off. And the Minnesota Timberwolves are going to be your champions. They added Dennis Rodman. Anthony Edwards still brings home Finals MVP. That boy Dennis Rodman averaged 9 points and 11 rebounds. If you like this video and y'all want more creative videos like this of adding players or 82-0 challenges or just wheel spins, let me know in the comments what y'all like to see, and I'll do the videos, whatever y'all want. Just suggest them down below. I really appreciate it if y'all like the video, man, because it pushes the video out to more people like y'all who like content like this. Drop a sub, drop a comment, and I'm gonna catch y'all boys in the next one, man. Peace out.